So that's one idea right there. Should have that underlined now. Okay, 4 cents a kilometer and $50 a day. Okay, Nice Wheels, 2 cents a kilometer, a bit cheaper, but 75. Okay, so the question is how many kilometers? So that's what X is. X equals the number of kilometers. Must be driven for Nice Wheels to be cheaper. So what we want is we want Nice Wheels on one side. We want Rent-A-Wreck on the other side. Now if Nice Wheels is cheaper, which one would be more expensive then? Rent-A-Wreck. So the hungry bird or the hungry alligator always eats the bigger side. Okay? And that's the key there. Okay? It's really greedy. It wants to eat the most. So eat the largest one. If you do that, you're off to the races. Now it doesn't say anything about when they're the same price. It clearly says Nice Wheels must be cheaper, so Rent-A-Wreck must be more expensive. Okay, and so that's why we don't have the equal to part. So now we can go and set up our equations. So set up an equation on the left side for Nice Wheels and on the right side for Rent-A-Wreck. Go ahead, you're going to use the numbers in the word problem. Really, it's completely serious. No jokes whatsoever. Okay, Nice Wheels. Nice Wheels is 2 cents a kilometer. Hey, I make the jokes, folks. 2 cents times K, the number of kilometers. And I said X instead of K, so I should put it X and follow through. Bad, Mr. Barker. $75 a day, plus 75. And what about Rent-A-Wreck? 4 cents a kilometer, plus $50. Now, if you want to use the letter K, hey, I got no problems with that whatsoever. Okay, that's okay. All right, go ahead and solve for X. If you haven't done so already, solve it. Or cough, one of the two. Okay, so bring the 0.04 to the other side and get 0.02x, that's negative, plus 75, less than 50. Bring the, whatchamacallit, by that I mean 0.75 to the other side by subtracting, so you get negative 25. Now what happens when you divide by negative 0.2? Yeah, your sign changes direction. Okay, definitely a calculator for that. And it'll be 1250. Okay. So here's where you gotta be super careful now. Interpret the answer to make a correct sentence. It's not an equal to sign, so interpret it. I'll give you a shot. Go.
More than 1,250 kilometers.
Good. Okay. So you got to say something to the effect that more than 1250 kilometers. Oops, I should put K in here. Would make Nice Wheels the better deal. So if you're going on a long trip, you're probably going to use Nice Wheels. But if you're going on a short trip, you'd want to choose Rent-A-Wreck. Okay. So I really stop and look at these sentences, folks. I really want to make sure you understand the inequality part and the thinking around making it a better deal. All right? Any questions with that, Kevin?
How come you decided to put it that way? Because if you put it the other way, what would stop you from getting the wrong answer?
Okay, so if you do this, you're saying that Nice Wheels is more expensive.
No, I'm saying if you put Nice Wheels on this side, you put.
Oh, okay, that's okay. I understand. So you're
I
saying
got a negative.
Rent and Nice Wheels?
Yes.
That's no problem. You can totally do that.
Well, I got a negative at the end though.
Yeah. Okay. But then your sign is going to be pointing this direction, does it? Okay, good. It has a negative.
And I have a negative.
Yeah, I know. And the reason why is when you're moving something like 75 to the other side, you said it's probably a positive 25. And so you moved it wrong, right? You went plus 75. You should have went minus 75,
Right.
right?
Good.
You're moving something wrong. That's why you're getting a negative. Or you're not dividing by a negative when you bring something over.
I got positive 25, and that was because I subtracted 50 off of 75.
No, it should be 75, 75 off of 50.
Oh.
I think. Bring it up real quick. Let me have a look. I'll show you, okay? Come, quick. Okay, so real quick, you should have this underlined for 12.50. Now, Big Bird has set his spending limit at $80. How many games can he buy, all right, to stay within his limit? So this is one of those price times quantity equals the total. However, Big Bird does Big Bird can't go over $80. Can he go under $80?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
Or chair.
I'm not talking about the phone in your hand. I'm talking about the chair. I'd care less about your stupid phone. Okay. So we have $12.50 times X, the number that he's going to buy. So X equals the number of games, because that's what's in your sentence. And the funny thing is, if you would have just gone down, I wouldn't have even noticed what's in your hand. Okay. Nope, don't tell me. Nope, don't want to hear it. Okay, let's go. $80 is over here. Okay. So,
This way.
which way?
It should be eating. It's down.
I don't know. Should it be this way?
Eating, yeah.
Yeah?
And then, yeah.
Good. Okay, so it can be equal to, so you want to keep it that direction. All right? Okay, solve. Let's go. So the answer is 6.4. Now make a sentence and make sure it's correct. Go. Idea of what his limit would be. So you'd answer he can buy 6 games or less. Okay. Did anyone use 6.4? No? Anyone? Oh, yeah.
No.
You didn't. But if you did, how would that happen? Which game would he chop in half? Right? That must be a crappy game. Okay, but you get the idea though. You can't
Actually, you put it.
in point 4. Yeah, you can't do that, right? You gotta buy a whole number. Just like you can't go to the superstore and buy half a gallon of milk, because poor Christian then's going to clean up the other half, and that would suck. Okay, so you have to buy whole numbers of items. Okay, turn it over. Payback? Okay, so girl's going tree planting. It's 10 cents per tree. She wants to earn at least $20. Guess where X is? Right there. So X equals the number of trees. Okay. So on one side you have 10 cents per tree or 10 cents per X. Again, you can use different letters, no problems with that. Now that's for 1 hour. For 1 hour, if she took the hourly wage, she'd make $20. Okay, so I mean this piecework stuff goes all the time. Like it's kind of common for agriculture, right? You get paid 30 cents a pound or minimum wage, right? And usually they choose the cost per pound because they make more money in a day. Very typical. So what are you going to do here with the inequality? Yep,
Greater than or equal to?
greater than or equal to. Yep. So she wants to earn at least $20 an hour. So this could be greater than or equal to 20. Okay, greater than or equal to 20.
Why would the sign be towards 20?
Okay, I'll tell you why right now. Because say, like you're going to divide, and X is less than, say, $14. 14 trees. But if she planted less than 14 trees, she'd be making less than $20 an hour. Okay, now this is a really, this is a tougher one to decide. I totally agree with you. It's not worded that as clear as the last one. Okay, but looking ahead, you can maybe go by that. Okay, now that's the other thing. Good point. You could look at your final answer and then say, oh, you know what? I got to change my sign. It's pointing the wrong way. And then go back and change it too. And then double check your question, make sure. Okay? So always double check. Me too. Yeah, the at least part, that tells you that you have to have the equal to part. She doesn't mind making more, she just doesn't want to make less. So she wants this one to be more and this one to be less, right? Because she wants to, plant trees like crazy and make a lot of money. Okay? Good. So figure out what the answer is. 20 divided by 0.10 and 200.
That's a lot of trees.
That is.
For 1 hour?
Yup, per hour. Well, she probably just dump them in a hole, right? Anyways, so she must plant 200 or more trees. Notice I didn't say she must plant more than 200. Why would that be wrong?
Because she plants
Because
200.
she wants to make at least.
Yeah, at least. So 200's okay, right? Because she's making the same amount. All right, so that's an important part there with the word sentence. Okay? All right, next one. Go. Let's put option A here, option B there. Okay, go for it. Underline the important stuff. Decide what X should be. Okay. So first of all, X equals the number of hours. Okay, you should have that underlined. If A is less expensive, that means B is more. The sign will want to eat B. Okay. Okay. So option A is a fee of 40 plus $8 per hour.
So,
So-
8x plus 40.
Yup, exactly. Okay, now you can go 40 plus 8x. I don't mind that, right? I tried to trick you up. And the other one's just 15x. Okay, solve for x. Go ahead. Dot, 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 dot. Come up with an answer now, a sentence, because that's the important stuff. That's what I really focus on. Yeah, let's now this one is kind of weird. I'd say
I think 5.5.
yeah, I like 5.5 because it makes sense for him to charge you for half an hour, but not like 5 3/4 an hour. Or you're not even at 5 3/4 yet, right? Now I'd also take 6 or more. I'd accept that as a fine answer. I'd accept 5 would be wrong. Go ahead. So 5 is wrong. I'd take 5.5, okay? Or 6 or more. Those are some options there, okay? Any questions? Okay, try the next one. Go for it. Underline important stuff. We'll have store A, store B. Okay, so if B is going to pay you more, they should be eating B. Store A, sorry, talking about what do your sales have to be, so X equals your sales. So it's going to be 3% of your sales as a decimal, 0.03x plus 55. All percentages need to be decimals. Okay, it's the key for everything. For B, it's going to be 0.05x plus 40. Solve for x. Okay, so store B is better after $750 in sales. Solve for time. So X equals the time. So we have rate times time. Now you start with 300. You want to take away 6.4 times X. Okay, because that's how fast it's emptying. If it's emptying, you're taking water away. Okay, so quantity equals rate times time. And so the final quality after you take it away will be 60. All right? So what we have to do is figure out how much to take away by getting our rate times our time. Okay? So then we can solve for that one pretty easy. Negative 6.4x equals negative 240. And so then we can divide by negative 6.4 equals 31.25. Oh, so I did 200, thanks. 37.5. Okay. So then you can say X in 37.5 minutes, the pool will have 60 liters. Okay. So that one wasn't terribly complicated, and it's the one in the textbook. Now you should be able to solve it much easier now. Similar idea. All right. Turn it over, and we're going to do this one here, Gray Skull. Okay, so what we have is dirt. These are dirt questions. Distance equals rate times time. So you've done this in science, or you are doing it in science if you haven't done it yet. It's one of those formula triangles, right? V equals IR. So this one is distance equals, whoops, 10-4. Distance on top equals rate times time. Okay, so you have all these different formulas. Now the key for this question is that He-Man and Skeletor walk the same route. So their distances are equal. Therefore, their rate times time are equal. Okay, and this is the makes it super easy then. Okay, so what we say is Skeletor equals He-Man. So his rate times time equals He-Man's rate times time. Yeah, my son loves this one now. So did I when I was young. Okay. So Skeletor would be 3.5 times 20. And He-Man was 5 kilometers per hour. And how fast does he have to get there? Okay, or how long did it take him to get there?
So
X
X is
is the time. Yeah. So I didn't do a good job of that. Apologize. Okay, so solve that. 3.5 times 20, 70 equals 5x. So divide by 5. X equals 14. So it took He-Man 14 minutes. Good. Any questions? Now this one's again talking about better deal. So that would be an inequality. And we've done enough inequalities. I don't think we need to go over that one today. You guys okay with that? Okay, this one's pretty similar to all the other ones we've done. Okay.